Dear boomers, is this the day that Donald Trump gets convicted? I know that's a controversial topic, and I generally don't talk about politics, but today I am. And I think it's time to understand that most of us in America, believe in democracy. And what is going on now could be the end of democracy if people don't vote or they vote for Trump or even Bobby Kennedy or any number of other people who are running, which I don't even know who they are. Well, there's a few. So anyway, I decided to take a walk to think about Donald Trump's conviction today. The crows are at it. I'm taking Maso with me. Maso. Yeah, so here's my street. Most of these people are Republicans, and many of them will not be voting for Donald Trump. I know one particular neighbor who has confided in me. She has been a Republican all of her life, and she no longer wishes to participate in this ridiculous charade. And you have to wonder how something like this could happen, how it has gotten this far. I don't know if anybody can really answer that until it becomes really something we look at in retrospect. Come on, boy. And retrospectively, we may not really understand it. In fact, from what I understand, there is a movie that has Donald Trump being played by a much more handsome person than Donald Trump, and that is also making Donald Trump very angry. So if he wins, we will all be under his rule. He will never admit to not being the president or to being he's going to be the king. He won't allow any more elections that places him in a compromised situation. I am not, for the good of all, he needs to go. If not, to the big house, to the insane asylum. He is absolutely insane. I know people don't like to hear it. They don't like to hear that this is the truth. And in fact, if today he is convicted, will the American public be prepared for that? Having not really been following it, a lot of people don't really believe. If we've come to the point where the mainstream media is suspect, the rules of law are suspect, people who are in jail for years for marijuana charges have not been released, and we have an abomination going on here. So you can understand why people are discouraged about all of this. I understand, and as a generation, baby boomer generation, we actually do believe in upholding the rules of law. But that's not true of younger people, and for good reason, because it is a charade. But we need to uphold our democracy, and perhaps this is the time when it will be upheld. It has to be upheld, or else we will be in the jaws of an Adolf Hitler, because that's exactly who he is. He's going to go after me because I made this film, and he's going to go after anybody who isn't loyal to him. And so this morning I saw an interview with Michael Cohen's beautiful daughter, and what a sweetheart. She came out and I think she had an interview with Vogue or Vanity Fair or something, and she discussed how this has affected their family. She also discussed how much she the family loves their father, and her mother loves her husband. This is an amazing situation. And of course you have to wonder how he could have hung in there with Donald Trump and lied for him that much. But then you get to the realization that he turned around, probably with the help of his family, when they said, "Why are you lying for Donald Trump? Please stop it." So most other people who have gotten involved with Donald Trump's, their families have deserted them. But the testament of Michael Cohen's family towards him is nothing short of at least interesting. Very interesting. So I want to show you the street again. Mosso. We have lots of old trees here. And that's why I love this neighborhood, because it's green, 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 old trees. It's lots of birds, and everything about it is absolutely spectacular. It's the day after a holiday. People have gone back to work. And I decided, as I said yesterday, I need to walk Mosso in the mornings because he gets into trouble otherwise. He's been eating plastic, and then he has this horrendous cough. So I'm trying to help him to understand, and he does, he's smart, that the reason he's coughing is because he's eating these ridiculous things that he chooses to eat. I don't even know how he gets them. But he's okay right now. And anybody who eats plastic, in fact, probably if they did a summation of our systems, our bodily systems, they find total plastic in us too. If you did the same with the sea, the oceans, that's total plastic too. Plastic, plastic, plastic. So here we go. Come on, honey. I have a problem with allergies today. I apologize. And I forgot to bring a Kleenex along. So I'm sniffing and snorting. So today may be the day that turns things around. He will not step down from the running of the presidency because he's such a narcissist. Oh my God, that's what they'll do. When they study what a true narcissist is, it will be Donald Trump who will be the most inspected for that particular trait that is not very, it's not a beautiful trait in the human species. You know, the most beautiful thing about humans is that we can love unconditionally, and we can learn from our dogs how to love ourselves as unconditionally as they love us. We need to love ourselves first, is my point. And yeah, well, that's one thing that would be very interesting to explore, is that narcissistic personality. And when people come into power, what they do with it is demonstrative of who they really are. And like I said, I don't think people are really paying attention. If he is convicted, they're not going to be ready for it. And you know, we watch the news, we pay attention, and those who are not paying attention might have more compassion for Donald Trump. His own wife doesn't care about him anymore. I guess it would be hard to have any sense of loyalty to your husband when all he's been doing is chasing skirts for their married life. So, there you have it. I love you all. Please look at this video when it comes up. It's another walk in the beautiful morning video. You can see the beautiful Pennsylvania greenery. There was supposed to be a tornado yesterday and it didn't happen, but we may have gotten some rain. Not much. I might have to water the garden today. And it's time to plant a tomato plant. Love to all. Bye-bye.